Patidongan reason for speaking out says that his family will be killed. For the past 4 years, Julie alias Totoy or Dondon Patidongan had been in hiding after the news of the 34 missing cockfighting enthusiasts broke out. He could have continued evading the attention, but the thought of his entire family getting killed prompted him to come out and reveal what he claims to know behind the high-profile case. In a press conference after the filing of the complaint before the National Police Commission on Monday, July 14th, Patidongan appeared to be calm and collected, readily answering questions from the media on how the missing Sabongeros were forcibly taken by the cops and brought to a farm leased by one of the accused near the Tal Lake in Batangas, where they were killed, and their remains dumped into the lake between 2021 to 2022. Patidongan, who claims to own the majority of the betting stations where the missing Sabongeros were placing their bets, did not mention who was behind the threat to his family's lives. However, in the same press conference, he accused gaming tycoon Charlie Atong-ang of masterminding the supposed killings of the missing Sabongeros. Patidongan claimed Ang hired the cops to kidnap the Sabongeros who were accused of cheating or fixing matches. Chinese vessel damages 464 square meters of coral reef near Pag-asa Island after anchoring. A total of 464 square meters of coral reef were damaged when a Chinese fishing militia anchored at a quay near Pag-asa Island in the West Philippine Sea in June. This was the revelation made by marine scientists from the Palawan Council for Sustainable Development and the National Task Force for West Philippine Sea on Monday, July 14th, as they seek to impose a penalty amounting to 11,159,040 pesos from the operator of the Chinese vessel. The Chinese vessel was identified as a fishing militia with a bow number 16868. It was previously reported by the Philippine Navy that the Chinese vessel ran aground approximately 2.6 kilometers east of Pag-asa Island on June 7, 2025, before freeing itself after 3 hours with the help of a China Coast Guard ship and 2 other Chinese vessels. The parachute anchor, a device used to stabilize a vessel and limit its drift in the water, was spotted at a depth of 9 meters and was covering an area of 307 square meters of coral reef, which is now considered as damaged. President Marcos approves the 6.793 trillion pesos proposed 2026 national budget. President Marcos has approved the proposed 6.793 trillion peso national budget for fiscal year 2026, Malacanang announced on Tuesday, July 15. Palace Press Officer and Communications Undersecretary Claire Castro disclosed that Marcos approved the proposed national budget during a cabinet meeting at the Malacanang Palace on Tuesday morning. Castro said the proposed budget reflects the administration's commitment to enhancing the quality of education and improving the lives of every Filipino. The president stressed that the 2026 budget must not only drive economic growth, but more importantly, uplift the quality of life of all Filipinos, Castro also said. According to Department of Budget and Management Secretary Amana Pangandaman, the proposed national budget is equivalent to 22% of GDP and higher by 7.4% from the 2025 budget of 6.326 trillion pesos. No threat from tropical depression east of extreme northern Luzon, says PAGASA. The Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration on Tuesday, July 15th, said the tropical depression spotted east of extreme northern Luzon remains outside the Philippine area of responsibility and is not expected to directly affect the country. The weather disturbance was located 1,925 kilometers east-northeast of extreme northern Luzon as of Tuesday morning and is moving away from the Philippines. PAGASA weather specialist Obet Badrina said. Meanwhile, Badrina noted that PAGASA is closely monitoring cloud clusters east of Visayas and Mindanao that have the potential to develop into a low-pressure area on Tuesday or Wednesday, July 16th. Flames tear through assisted living facility in Massachusetts, killing 9 and trapping residents. Flames roared through an assisted living facility in Massachusetts, killing 9 people and trapping residents inside, including some who leaned out of windows and screamed for help, authorities said Monday. At least 30 people were hurt. A firefighters union said inadequate staffing hindered the response to the blaze and contributed to the death toll, though the mayor criticized that characterization, and the fire chief suggested no number of first responders would have been enough. Meanwhile, several residents who praised firefighters and police for heroic rescue efforts said staff members did little to help. Firefighters responded to the Gabriel House facility in Fall River, about 50 miles or 80 kilometers south of Boston, at about 9:50 p.m. Sunday, and were met with heavy smoke and flames at the front of the building. The Bristol County District Attorney's Office said in a statement that the fire's cause does not appear to be suspicious at this time. Its origin remains under investigation, authorities said. Stay updated with the latest news. Visit our website at www.mb.com.ph or follow us on social media. Thanks for tuning in to the Manila Bulletin Daily Rundown.